a strong argument for why you should not be clicking random buttons in OBS. And it's funny because I was saying that I was like, oh, I'm gonna click it and everything's gonna break. Everything didn't break, but yeah. I started clicking that random button and I figured out what it did, but the result was not what I wanted to happen. All right, so yeah, welcome to the stream. It's Tuesday night, Umineko, back again for our less enthusiastic, energetic of the two Umineko weekly streams. Why have I not clicked play on the game yet? That would probably help. I'm getting sloppy. It's becoming the end of the year. It's getting sloppy. I'm getting sloppy, I mean. In just all of my executions. When it comes to life things, work things, stream things, all the things. Sloppy. So yeah. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Umineko. We're in episode 8. I'm gonna start off. Again, still collecting any thoughts. I'll reiterate this. Oh, yeah, we just some housekeeping before we officially start here. So things. We're in episode 8. If I think the first part is gonna go live on YouTube tomorrow. The first part of episode 8. So the question will first be paused to any viewers that then watch that. But I'll reiterate. If you have any suggestions on post Umineko finishing videos, readings, watches, anything that you would like me to consider into looking into of reason, just because I feel like there could be some good, as I keep calling it, supplemental potential things. Like I said, the two things I constantly keep bringing up in my head that I think are either likely or strongly, at least I'm considering, is the I think it's Golden Fantasia, but I might be misremembering that, the fighting game, the official fighting game for Umineko. I want to know if that's worth checking out. Also, Confessions of the Golden Witch, is that worth reading here on stream? I gave in the stream last time of Umineko, I gave the reason why. I get arguments both ways, why you shouldn't look at it, why you shouldn't read it, why some people don't like it as a thing. I get it. I've done a lot of research on my own. I'm just curious on other people's opinions. Though, I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't know if it's going to stop me from reading it or not. Because of the way my brain works. I love reading all available things when it comes to stories. But again, I'm open to hearing opinions. So those are two things. If there's anything else out there, I should research whatever. We've got the countdown timer of when I finish episode 8, I guess. And then towards the end of the year here will probably be when we look at all that stuff. So there's that. Also, more housekeeping in a week and a half from now. I think I have a calendar. I could just look. December 7th. I'm going to do my annual watching Jeff Keighley's Game Awards whatever stream, where he says he has beefed up security. We'll see. It sounds like a challenge that he's putting out there. But I'm going to be watching that on stream December 7th. I think it's night, obviously. I'll be watching that on stream. If you care to watch that, you can do that on the Twitch there. And is there anything else housekeeping-wise I need to bring up? Oh, the other thing I want to say, it's not less housekeeping, more just thoughts on Umineko. As the final month of the year comes up, we're finishing Umineko. I do a video at the end of every year. It usually comes out in January. I prep it during December. 10 favorite games I played on stream or played for the year, whatever. Spoiler alert, Umineko is probably going to make it into the top 10. I'm still debating exactly where. But I say all this. I had an epiphany over the last couple of days about Umineko. You know what? This is definitely going to be a, like, what is blood waffling about type moment here. So stick with me as I try to put these to words. I've come to my conclusions of Umineko as far as its story, the mysteries. I get it. I understand. Now, I say I get it. I understand. I get who committed the murders. I understand all that. It's all there. It's been basically explained to us several times in sometimes a vague sense, sometimes very direct sense. I think I need to stop worrying about the fact some of my unenjoyments from Umineko have been all self-induced. As far as, oh no, I'm missing certain things or key details of certain closed room situations, certain murders. How did this happen? How did this happen? How did and here's the thing, I'm gonna get into probably more of this when I do the end of year video, but like I think I did myself a disservice by worrying about things like, oh no, because something that's always been told to me is, oh, when you finish Umineko, you're gonna want to reread it to, with new added context, get a bunch of other past things. And I kept going like, I don't really like doing that in general. And I don't think I have the time or actually the care, if I'm going to be 100% honest with everyone. But so then my lack of some enjoyment, I think, is me self-induced worrying about me missing certain key factors along the way. Like I said, certain things about certain key murder points, certain closed room things, certain things where Furuta, Erika... Again, I'm not going to get into the whole fucking thing, but like, oh, why didn't Furuta, Erika see a certain thing happening regarding certain characters? Like, I just need to let that go. So, basically, you know what? I'm going to enjoy Umineko a lot more by knowing my truths of the story, see what the themes are, see what the writer is trying to get to me. See it. I was talking with a friend about the game, who's been watching along as I've been playing this, and I was, well, I should have been working probably. I was talking a lot about Umineko and everything, and how it's kind of shaping up and everything. And I was like, you know what? I came to the epiphany basically is I've had over the last few days is like, really, I'm doing a disservice to myself putting so much weight on the mystery part of this game. While that's there, and I'm sure it's there for people who are interested, and especially for people that are curious about a reread and everything, it's probably even greater, and I love that for you guys. Good on ya. To me, enjoying Umineko is a lot more, I am finding a lot more enjoyment in the whole of the romance, the tragic romance story that is Umineko, and less me worrying that I'm missing certain logic things based on how things happened, right? And it's explained, and I was talking to some YouTube comments as well, it's explained, and it's basically as explicitly explained that the how done it is the least important thing, really. When I walk away from Umineko towards in the next few weeks here, the how is not only, maybe you disagree with me, but the how done it is so unimportant to me, and I think there's a slight unenjoyment factor coming from me that I was putting on myself because I was so worried I was missing certain things like that. To me, the who done it, we kind of understand the answer there. We get that. It's kind of there. If you're a watcher watching this for the first time, and you're like, I don't know what the hell is going on. If you're like old school looking at like, wait, Kingdom Hearts, everybody is Ansem kind of thing, maybe when we read Confessions of the Golden Witch in a few weeks' time, that's gonna, apparently, as far as I, again, research without spoiling, is explicitly gonna say certain things. If you're like, at this point, still confused. So wait for that, I guess. Other than that, the why is a million times more important. And to me, then that's the tragic love story of this whole situation. And kind of like, oh, we see why this character is upset. We see why this character, things failed around them, and what drove certain people to do certain things. Again, this is a 10-minute ramble sesh, amongst, again, what is Blood waffling about. I'm trying, scatterbrained as I am, trying to put towards, exactly the complicated, personal feelings, and I know I shouldn't care about random online people, especially who are watching this, going along this journey with me or whatever. Balancing this series between my own enjoyment and also I know people watching this along with me for their first times, and also people that are intimately familiar with the Umineko story and know everything going in beforehand. I'm balancing all those things, right? I'm attempting to, at least. And again, I shouldn't be caring about random online people. And this is me, just like I said, trying to do it all for some reason. But I just hope that, like, no one walks away being like, this fucking guy sucks, he didn't understand things, and he didn't appreciate it, he doesn't like Umineko. And then there's people like, Umineko is the best piece of fictional writing, and while I may, like, disagree with that necessarily, again, don't want to spoil my end of game year list, whatever, but, like, you know, I just hope at the end of the day, if you're choosing to watch this, that I'm doing it a good enough service for you, not get anyone upset for whatever reason. If it seems like I'm just goofing off or I'm not dedicated to a certain aspect, that's me trying to explain that all. Like I said, that's a good 10-minute ramble sesh amongst also the announcement of me watching the Game Awards in like a week and a half. So there's a whole lot of complicated feelings about Umineko I've had over the last few days. So like I said, I'm treating episode 8 as the title in the Twitch suggests. Let's just have a victory lap. This episode 8 to me is a victory lap. Was there a 10-minute ramble sec? Yeah. Also, hello. It's just me trying to parse, like, talking about Umineko is hard in the moment, but not necessarily hard, but also I'm just terrible with words, so that's probably part of the problem. And I mean, I know I've always been bad in my life expressing feelings about things, Umineko included, apparently. So yeah, you'll have to rewatch if you really want to get what I'm trying to. But all that is, as I say, neither here nor there. Like I said, episode 8, this is our victory lap. I'm treating it as such. I'm not going to worry about the dumb things at this point. No more worrying. We know the mysteries. We know the solutions, mostly, to certain things. The minute details, I need to let go. It'll all be okay. And we'll have a fun time. So yeah, ramble section over. If I stream next year, are you ready to go over this whole thing again if I do Higurashi? Oh, can you fucking imagine it? Oh, I don't even want to think about 2024. I don't even think about if I'm streaming next year. I don't even want to think about anything. I gotta make it to the end of this week, honestly. Jesus. I mean, just personally, Jesus. No, whoa, God, I'm clicking things. Stop. Whoa, that was scary. How are you doing? How has been your Tuesday? As I load in here. About the supplemental material I asked about? Yeah. I'm collecting ideas. I want ideas. Oh, good to hear you're doing fine. Now the important stuff. You can talk about the supplemental material. I hope my question about that makes sense. Like I said, I start doing research. I start going into the rabbit hole about the confessions of the Golden Witch. I had to learn what that was, and then I was like, oh, that made sense pretty quickly. And then I was like, and then you start getting, like, you go down the rabbit hole, and it's like both sides. You see a bunch of people saying positive things about it, negative things about it, and how, like, oh no, the fandom made him do this thing and have a definitive, conclusive answer, and that ruins the spirit. And then you hear other people being like, oh, it's great, you should read it, but, and I'm like, oh boy. You actually haven't watched Confession at all. I kind of want to see it. There we go. That's what I'm saying. The one thing I want to say, like I said, I don't think anyone can make a compelling enough argument for me not to do it on stream. I'm just going to be 100% honest. But I still want to hear people's opinion on it. If it's not for everyone, I'm not, like, hurt. But, like, my brain, if it has definitive answer stuff to me, and if it's official official material, I'm the freak who wants to read it, because I'm like, this was done to be consumed, to be read. I can read it after I've already made my conclusion. And that's the thing, I've already made my conclusion. My conclusion's locked. My conclusion is locked in a envelope and tacked to my wall here that I'm looking at. About Golden Fantasia, it's pretty fun. I'd also want to watch one stream where you try it. See, I would love to try it. And trust me, I bought a cosplay during the series just for like a one joke bit. But I'm also like, if I buy this game, is it worth it? Is what's gonna be contained in the fighting game worth it? That's really what I'm asking about Golden Fantasia. Because like I said, if you've been around the streams for a while, especially here in Umineko, I bought a cosplay of Battler for a non-zero amount of money. Parts for a cosplay, all for basically one bit. But there's something about it. It's just like, oh, buying a game that like I'll have to think about it. That's what I'm trying to gather info about. Are there story bits? Is it good? I mean, I'm pretty sure if I bought it, there would be at least one person or half a person that would be interested in seeing me play it or check it out. I just need to know if it's like worth it. Or is it like a fighting game where like the only thing worth seeing is like potential cutscenes or something, and I could maybe do the ultimate sin and like just find a compilation of those on YouTube, and then just we go with that. Like that's what I kind of need to know. Or want to hear about, if anyone has any info on it. It's a pretty good fighting game in general. It does have a story. It's like fighting game stories. Mostly memey. And that's the thing. I gotta be honest. I'm excited. Dude, the fucking group chat I have of people who have been watching the stream, you know, the stream along with me with the first time and everything. The fucking group chat popping off with Umineko memes. As more and more things have been revealed, like the floodgates of Umineko memes have just been just wide open. And they're so good. Good memes. Oh, the other thing I should say, tonight's stream probably can't be super long. So, if we, depending on how long this little section is or something, if we just finish one section, I apologize, but that's about all I'm going to be able to do. And that's not just because I did a long rambling section here. It's just in general. Schedule-wise, I've kind of running out of time tonight. But here we go. Outside, the rain had started to pour down hard. However, inside the cousin room, it was loud and cheery. It could have been raining spears, and no one would have paid any attention. Full house! Dun! Take that! Whoa! You weren't bluffing. The cousins were all bursting with energy, sitting in a circle on the bed. And I thought Battler always had crap in his hands every time he acted tough. Of course, I've been losing all this time just to make you think that. Ishiromiya Battler, the man who loses strategically to win in the end. That seems like a massively symbolic sentence there. Also, I strive to be this. This is the kind of energy I strive to be. A person who loses strategically to win in the end. I strive to be that. Battler's incredible! All my coins have disappeared again.
私のコインを分けてやるよ。
I'll give you some of mine.
一緒にバトラーをぶっ潰そうぜ。
Let's crush Battler together, okay? I don't think the rules allow that, Jessica. That seems like cheating. With just a deck of cards, cousins could enjoy themselves for hours and hours. They were so engrossed that the occasional thunderbolt hardly even registered as static in the background.
そろそろお腹が空いたね。
I'm starting to get hungry.
夕食はまだかな。
I wonder if dinner's ready yet.
そう。
Who knows?
そろそろじゃないかな。
It should be ready soon.
今夜はゴーダさんたち、ずいぶん張り切ってたな。
Goda-san and the others really went all out for tonight.
ってことは、ずいぶんと期待できそうだぜ。
Which means we got a lot to look forward to.
俺の6年ぶりの再会を祝してかな。
Is this to celebrate my long-awaited return?
さっきシャノンに聞いたけど、ハロウィンパーティーがあるって言ってたよ。
I heard from Shannon just now that it's going to be a Halloween party.
ホールで立食形式でやるそうだよ。
They'll set up a buffet in the hall.
すごいね。
Sounds incredible.
ハロウィンパーティー
A Halloween party?
すごいすごいすごい
Incredible, incredible. Ooh.
お
Hmm?
はーい。どちら様
Yeah, who is it? The weird-headed shape Angie. I brought this up last time when we saw baby Angie. The baby Angie sprite. Is it just me or is her head oddly shaped? I can't unsee. Maybe it's just the hair. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's me who has the weird shaped head. There was a knock. The door opened, and Angie was there. She had been sleeping in her parents' room.
おお、エンジェか。
Hey, Angie.
起きたか。
Oh, it's not just me, thank God. I'm like shit talking this little baby Angie sprite, and I'm like, I was like, I ended the stream on Saturday, and I was like, was I rude to the baby Angie? Am I just out of line? Maybe it doesn't look weird. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, it's uncanny is a good word for it. Exactly. Exactly. So you woke up?
あのね、晩ご飯だからお屋敷行くって。
They said it's time for dinner, so we have to go to the mansion.
準備しなさいって。
They said to get ready.
ご飯だご飯だ。
Food! Food!
お腹すいた。
I'm hungry! Perhaps because she was the hungriest, Maria celebrated more vigorously than anyone else. She jumped up happily and hopped off the bed. As the others all clambered off the bed and started putting their shoes on, Kyrie and Rudolph came into view.
ほらガキども、
Hey, brats.
飯だぞ。行く支度をしろい。
Time for food, so get ready.
今日はなんだか素敵みたいよ。
Looks like today will be extra special.
楽しみね。
I can't wait to see it.
マリア知ってる
I know.
ハロウィンパーティー。
It's a Halloween party.
ハロウィンパーティー
A Halloween party.
マリアだけ知ってて、エンジェは知らない。
I know, and Angie doesn't.
お母さん、ハロウィンパーティーって何
Mom, what's a Halloween party?
さあ、何かしらね。
Who knows?
行ってのお楽しみね。
We'll have to go and see for ourselves.
みんな、ええか。
Everyone ready?
そろそろ行くで。
It's about time to go.
皆様、お揃いでしょうか。
Is everyone here?
ご案内いたします。
Please follow me.
マリアこっちいらっしゃい。
Maria, over here.
襟が変よ。
Your collar's crooked.
お腹空いちゃったわ。
I'm starving.
親族会議の一番の楽しみは食事よね。
The food is the best part of these family conferences.
エンジェちゃんはお腹空いた？
Are you starving too, Angie-chan? Eva smiled at Angie.
うん、
Yeah,
着いた。
I'm starving.
エンジ
Angie,
ェ、着きましたでしょ。
that's I am hungry, right?
いいのよ。
Giggle. Don't worry about it.
そうよね。お腹空いたわよね。
Yeah, I'll bet you're starving.
おばさんもお腹ペコペコよ。
My stomach's rumbling too.
よし出発するぞ。
Okay, let's get out of here.
表は風も強いみたいだからな。
Looks like the wind's blowing hard outside.
傘を飛ばされるなよ。
Make sure you don't lose your umbrellas.
皆様、傘をお持ちください。
Everyone, please take an umbrella.
はい、エンジェちゃん、傘。
Here's your umbrella, Angie-chan.
ありがとうエヴァおばさん。
Thanks, Aunt Eva. Giggle.
やっぱり女の子は可愛いわね。
Ah, girls really are so cute.
今度おばさんのお家にも遊びにいらっしゃい。
Come over to play at your aunt's house one of these days.
約束よ。
It's a promise, okay?
エヴァおばさんってエンジェのことを気に入ってるんだ。
Looks like Aunt Eva's taken a liking to Angie.
うん。
Yep.
母さんは本当は娘が欲しかったらしいんだよ。
Apparently mother really wanted a daughter.
ああ、聞いたことあるぜ。
Ah, I've heard that too.
小さい頃、私もずいぶん可愛がってもらった気がする。
I think she adored me too when I was little.
うちのママは本当は男の子が良かったって言ってたよ。
My mama said she really wanted a son. Also, my mama says she hates me.
元気に生まれてきてくれれば性別なんてどうでもいいのよ。
If your kid grows up happily, it doesn't matter if they're a boy or a girl. Although, I make a joke. It's a simple joke about it. This might be, it's still yet to be determined, but this is the game board set up by seemingly, unless I'm missing something key here, is a game board set up by Battler to show Angie what happened on Rokenjima. And it's already, Angie's fighting it. She's like, this isn't what happened. This clearly is wrong. And so maybe in this instance, maybe Rosa doesn't hate Maria. Maybe it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? A small thing, but maybe it's a small detail. That's there and present. Everything is rainbows and butterflies. If your kid grows up happily, it doesn't matter if they're a boy or girl.
マリアは大切な神様からの授かり物なんだから。
Maria is my precious, precious gift from God. That was a lie. When they got outside, the wind was fairly strong. Eva, who had really hit it off with Angie, offered to share an umbrella with the little girl. It was hard to tell what they were chatting so excitedly about, but they seemed to be getting along splendidly already. Battler opened his umbrella as he watched this. His little sister was cute when she clung to him, but she was just as cute and adorable when looking up at someone else with a happy smile. Just all around cute. The wind and rain were strong, but even this must have been the perfect spice to heighten their anticipation of the coming meal. I had that thought about Rosa and then instantly that's a lie. I can't help it. That two-faced bitch Rosa. I can't let her get away. Oh my god, there's pumpkins there, dude. And a witch's hat. Thanks to some festive decorations, the main hall had been remade into the scene of a Halloween party. The Ishimiya family always took meals in the dining hall. This was the first time I'd ever seen a buffet-style party set up in the main hall.
Yo, Battler!
Yo, Battler! Yo. Yo.
おお、マリア久しぶりであるな。
Hey, Maria, long time no see. Beato! Happy Halloween!
トリックオアトリート。
Trick or treat. I guess my whole thing about episode 8, I can't tell if this is all gonna be rainbows, butterflies, and whatever, and one of two things, like, and then Battler's just painting a very rosy picture for Angie, and there's gonna be some lesson Angie needs to learn. It's either gonna go that direction, or this is setting up for a fake, and everything is gonna be seemingly super nice and everything, and then something terrible happens somehow. And I don't know which of those two directions episode 8 is going to go. That's what I'm mostly looking out here for. I'm so curious if we're like... just like episode 7? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
お菓子はあるが今はやらぬぞ。
I have some candy for you, but now is not the time.
食事の前であるからな。
Oh, look, all the relatives solved the epitaph. Oh, it's gonna be great now. That's true. So are we gonna have a similar, are we having a similar repeat, or are we gonna be, oh no, this is, because like I said, I could totally see this being as, alright, Battler's in control 100%. Let's show Angie an idealized version of what happened or what could have happened, right? I have some candy for you, but now's not the time. After all, it's just before meal.
ありがとうベアトリーチェさん。
Thank you, Beatrice-san.
相変わらずお美しいわね。
I see you're looking as beautiful as ever.
ローザこそ。
You too, Rosa. Nice, bib-looking thing.
子持ちとは思えんぞ。
You certainly don't look old enough to be a mother. I burped when I said that. That's gross. Wahaha.
お前少し出来上がってねえか？
Have you been drinking?
耳が少し赤いぞ。
Your ears are looking pretty red there.
ん？
Hmm?
あの後ちょいとそのだな。
Well, after you left...
金蔵が珍しい酒を手に入れたというのでな。まあそのほんのちょびっとだ。
Kenzo said he brought this rare drink, so I couldn't help but sample a bit. Wahahaha.
食事の前のお菓子は自重するのに、飲酒は自重しねえんだな。
And this coming from a person who tells little kids not to eat candy before a meal?
失礼いたします。
Pardon me.
ベアトリーチェ様、親方様がお呼びでございます。
Beatrice-sama, the master is calling for you. I saw Kenzo beckoning from over by the portrait.
やれやれ。
Good grief.
セレモニーとは金蔵も形式にこだわる男よ。
When it comes to ceremonies, that man is always so obsessed with form.
例の黄金の返還式うんぬんってことなんだろ。
It's probably about that ceremony for the gold's return.
後ろ宮家にとっては一つの大きな節目なんだ。
This is a huge turning point for the Ishimiya family.
付き合ってやれよ。
You better go and play along.
ちと寂しい気持ちもあるんだな。
It does make one feel a bit lonely, though.
後ろ宮家顧問錬金術師であることはこれからも変わらねえさ。
This won't change the fact that you're the Ishimiya family alchemist.
であるな。
Perhaps.
ではちょっと行ってくる。
Then I'll be back shortly.
後ほどな。
See you later, okay?
源氏の話によると、今日のパーティー、ちょっとした趣向があるらしいぞ。
According to Genji, today's party has a bit of a theme to it. Well, duh, Beatrice. It's Halloween. What do you take me for, fucking idiot? I see all the pumpkins and shit.
楽しみにしておれ。
Unless she might be talking about something else, but I just find it funny where she's like, we're all in the room, and she's like, there's a theme to the party, and it's like, there's like pumpkins and shit everywhere. You better look forward to it.
用意したのはお前じゃないだろうか。
Give her a rest, she's drunk. You make it sound like you did any of the work.
いちいち細かい男よ。
You're another one who obsesses too much over details.
では後ほどな。
Later.
お兄ちゃん、今日は何かあるの？
Oni-chan, is something going to happen today?
何か特別な日？
Is it a special day? It looked as though even Angie had picked up on that much. She seemed to be getting tense for no reason.
後ろ宮家にとっては特別な日だ。
This is a special day for the Ishimiya family. Oh no, I just had a thought. What if she's talking about, like, this is like a koi... Okay, so what if this episode, Battler has to paint what the accident was to basically, like, a kid Angie, on Rokinjima on this day. What if he has to make, like, a Kids Bop version of, like, the murders, but, like, it's cutesy? Like, if you had to describe a murder to happening to, like, a kid and still be satisfied, but also be like, this has to be, like, extremely G-rated, how do you do that? You make it like I said, like Kids Bop. And people aren't like actually dying. Like if we went with the Halloween theme, now we're, oh dude, I'm back on theorizing shit here in the final episode. So this is since it's Halloween themed, how do you explain like people dying? Monsters, Halloween, people dress up in costumes. You just get dressed up and it's like a, maybe it's Halloween themed and so, oh, she talked about a theme. What if it's like a murder mystery theme? Oh, that would be really cheeky, wouldn't it? So instead of people like actually dying in this version, they're like fake dead. And it's like a murder mystery. And then you get the whole fucking thing. It's like, oh, look at this. It's not us actually dying. Look at this. Oh. I'm so smart, dude. Oh, I might as well say this now that I mean, like I said, fuck, I'm rambling all tonight, so I apologize. But, I went back to my first stream of this game, because I was trying to find something. And I found a part where the credits are playing in that first stream. And then, it shows, like, the names of all the characters. It goes, like, oh, you know, Battler and Jessica and all that. And then there's a point where it says, Shannon and Cannon. And I read the names out loud. And I say, oh, wow. And I make some weird joke about it. And then I'm like, I wonder if they're, like, some, like, special duo or something. And I saw that. And this was back in the first stream of this game. And I just died of laughter. I should have been like working, but I was trying to search for something. I was looking at like, I was just trying to see what I was like saying during like the first stream or whatever. And it's just very funny that it had the two names, Shannon and Cannon, and just because they sounded alike, and obviously I had no idea about the characters, I was like, oh, Shannon and Cannon, I will hope there's some like weird duo or something. I said something along those lines, and just, it made me die of laughter. But I digress. What is this? And then everyone pretends to be blown up and hides 12 years from Angie. Yeah, sure. Yeah. They're really committed to the bit. Like me. This is a special day for the Ishimiya family. But it doesn't have anything to do with you personally, so you should just relax. But I gotta say, it was a fucking trip going back to just the first stream, because I clearly had no idea what was gonna happen or what was going on, and it's just so funny, like, to go back to much simpler times. That first stream was so funny compared to where, like, I am mentally about Umineko now. It really does. It was actually wild to go back and see that first stream. And I was just scrubbing through, like, certain moments. The stakes are just like like obviously drastically change, and just the feelings you have from the beginning of like barely nothing, and you're like, oh, I mean, what possibly could the story be to like now is just, it's crazy. Angie says, okay. That's right. Hey, did you know? I just heard a huge secret from Aunt Eva. Yeah, exactly. Even Marioni-chan doesn't know, but I'll tell you. Oh? So, what's the secret? Okay. I heard that if you get an almond in yours, you win. Almonds suck. Win? Except for almond milk. I'm an almond milk guy. I know apparently like almond milk is not like great or sustainable as like a milk alternative, like straight milk. But if I have to have something with milk, I prefer almond milk. Just putting it out there. But almonds by themselves, I'm not a fan of. We're building the Austin lore here. If you're keeping track, just keep track of those notes. Win? Is this like a lottery or something?
とにかくアーモンドが当たりなの。
Anyway, if you get an almond, you win. Didn't answer his question. Angie puffed out her cheeks. Oh, this is a good face. Apparently, she wanted to be praised for sharing this exciting secret. But just knowing that almonds win doesn't really explain much.
分かった分かった。
Okay, got it.
大切な秘密を教えてくれてありがとうな。
Thanks for letting me in on that major secret.
お兄ちゃん嫌い。
You're mean, Oni-chan.
せっかく秘密を教えてあげたのに。
And I even told you my secret. Angie, her cheeks still puffed out, headed back to where Aunt Eva was. They really are getting along well. Well, I guess I have no problem if it's her aunt. If it was some guy from her class, I don't care if they're in elementary school, it's not happening. Battler says, I will be the cock blocker, even to little kids, apparently, for some reason. No playing with the opposite sex without Oni-chan's approval. At that moment, Genji-san's voice rang out. Chatter gradually subsided, and the rain outside once again became apparent.
皆様
Was that a weird thing for me to say? I mean, it was in the text. He was like, no, you can't play with the opposite sex. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask for your silence. Silence filled the room. All the relatives seemed vaguely aware that tonight's festivities consisted of more than a Halloween party. Battler already knew. This as a ceremony marked the return of the gold from Kinzo to Beatrice, which had been borrowed for so many years. Now, that fact was being announced by Kinzo himself. The dichotomy of Battler. Battler being like, Maria, you're too young to be thinking of stuff like that. And then, like... but then, like, him constantly making weird remarks about ladies. He spoke of how this gold had not only restored the Ishimiya family, but brought it to a level of wealth that had never before experienced. He spoke of how he would finally return this gold to Beatrice, the one who had saved the Ishimiya family. Kinzo personally handed an ingot decorated with a bright red ribbon to Beatrice. Ooh, a ceremonial ingot. This is the debt we owe to 3 generations of Beatrice, the Golden Witch. The Ishimiya family will never forget it.
やれやれ。
Sheesh.
しまう場所もないが、特別に引き取ってやろう。
If you've nowhere to put it, I'll be happy to take it off your hands.
ベアトリーチェ様
Beatrice-sama. It was hard to imagine Beato of all people getting admonished by Genji. I couldn't help but laugh.
後ろ宮家顧問錬金術師ベアトリーチェである。
I am Beatrice, the Ishimiya family alchemist.
今宵をもち10トンの黄金の貸し出し契約の終了を受け入れるものである。
Tonight, I acknowledge the end of the loan contract for the 10 tons of gold.
我が祖母の代より数十年。
Now, several decades following my grandmother's generation,
片翼をもがれたわしは再び飛翔の時を迎え
the time has come for the eagle that lost one wing to fly once more.
た。わらわはそれを見守り、子々孫々までの未来永劫の繁栄を心より祈るものである。
I will watch over that eagle, and I pray for its prosperity in all generations to come. She's having to give this speech that probably was rehearsed and given to her as like because it's an important thing for the family or whatever. And she's like apparently drunk. I love that. I love that for her. Applause filled the hall. Though she'd managed to make such a dignified speech for once, as soon as it was over, she stuck her tongue out and leered at us. Ah, God, she's great. I guess that's about the limit to how long Beato can stay serious.
黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェは名を受け継ぐことで1000年を長らえる魔女である。
By passing her name on through the generations, Beatrice, the Golden Witch, may live for thousands of years.
よって彼女の子々孫々に至るまでそのすべてがベアトリーチェであり、そのすべてが当家の顧問錬金術師なのである。
Therefore, even her descendants shall be Beatrice, and all shall be alchemists to this family. What a proclamation to make. Any descendants of this Beatrice will also have to be called Beatrice, but don't let them near Kinzo. Though apparently Kinzo's close to dying, allegedly, so maybe they don't have to worry. And also, that's a terrible joke to make. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a thing that happens.
ベアトリーチェの恩義を永遠にたたえ、子々孫々に永遠にそれを伝えるのだ。
This is truly the stream where all the Umineko fans actually revolt against me. They actually this is the stream where all the this is where the Umineko fans finally come for my head. The descendants of the Ishimiya family will praise Beatrice for her gratitude forevermore, and this will be passed on through the generations.
ベアトリーチェは未来永劫後宮家の恩人であり、尊い絆で結ばれた家族なのである。
How dare I? This family will always be indebted to Beatrice, and she will always be our family, tied to a noble bond.
ご承認いただける方々は拍手をもって承認をお願いいたします。
Let those who acknowledge to show their recognition with their applause. I squint my eyes as I clap. After Kenji's words, the relatives all looked at each other, then started applauding at once.
ありがとう、諸君。
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
ベアトリーチェよ。
Beatrice,
そなたは後宮家の一員だ。
you are a member of the Ishiromiya family.
それは血より尊き絆によるものだ。
And that is a bond more sacred than one of blood.
金の貸し借りの縁は血より大切であるからな。
Of course, lending money is more important than being a blood relation.
ベアトリーチェ様。
The Beatrice-sama. Genji's gonna get pissed at her. After that, Kinzo's long-winded speech continued. Tonight, Kinzo would retire as the Ishimiya family head. Then, he announced that he would reveal the distribution of his inheritance. A stir of excitement spread across the siblings in money trouble when they heard that they wouldn't have to wait for Kinzo's death to get their shares.
お前たちがそれぞれ金に苦労しているのは知っておる。
I am aware that each of you is in trouble with money.
それらの問題はすべてこれで解決できるであろう。
All of my children, failures monetarily wise. This should be enough to resolve all of those problems.
ただし心せよ。
But do not grow complacent. God, if I could have Kinzo like pay off my student loan debt, that'd be cool.
これは
I'll do whatever Kinzo wants me to do.
して与える遺産である。
This is my inheritance given to you before my death.
私はお前たちを厳しくも常に見守ってきた。
In the past, though I have been strict, I've always watched over you.
しかし今宵をもってお前たちの父はそれをやめるのだ。
However, beginning tonight, your father will cease to provide support of that kind.
私は雲上から見守るかのごとくお前たちが飛翔するのを眺めているだろう。
I shall watch on as you take flight, as though watching down upon you from the heavens.
もはや何の口出しもせぬ。
No longer will I interfere.
そなたたちの生きたいように生きるがよい。
You may live however you please.
親父。
Dad,
お父様。
Father,
わかりました。
we understand.
私たちは必ずや飛翔してみせます。
We'll certainly take flight on our own.
兄弟で力を合わせ後宮家をますますに繁栄させることを。
Here and now, all of us siblings swear to work together
兄弟一同ここに誓います。
to make the Ishiromiya family even more prosperous.
そやで。
That's right.
わしらは力を合わせたら
向かうところ敵なしや。
If we stick together, nothing can stand in our way. Hideyoshi laughed, but Genji admonished him. However, he could understand why they were so happy. So far, the siblings had quarreled ruthlessly over their inheritance. However, this evening, the inheritance had been neatly split apart. They no longer had any need to scheme for money. Wow, it was this simple. They could have done this the whole time. In other words, the siblings no longer had any reason to squabble with each other anymore. On the contrary, this was a time for them to join hands and help each other become more and more prosperous. Eva and Rosa were sniffling with tears in their eyes. And so was Rudolph. Perhaps now, despite their ages, they had finally left the nest for real. Tonight, the eagles of the Ishimiya family would leave for Okajima, the nest weaved from the witch's magic, and go their separate ways, with their own power and determination. It made Kinzo think, if only I had done this from the start. You and me both, Kinzo. You and me both. If he had settled the inheritance problem himself, there would have been no need for his children to quarrel at all. And honestly, could have had 7 less chapters to this game, or episodes. Instead, he had acted in a sullen manner and left the problem to them, which had resulted in their strained relationships. Yes, it was all his responsibility. And now, the intertwining bonds had been released. It was as though an invisible rope had been wrapped around Kinzo's body. That rope was now gone, and he felt a sense of release he hadn't experienced for many years. Okay, maybe not 7 less episodes. Maybe the same amount of episodes. Just one factor maybe would be solved. It's hard to say. The 4 siblings stepped forward, and before Kinzo, they swore to all support Kraus, the new head, and lead the family to greater prosperity. Their faces sparkled with an unexpected youthfulness. It was only natural. After all, none of the 4 had made such a natural feeling promise since the time they were kids. As the vibrancy of their youth returned to them, the siblings made a promise once again. When Kraus finished his announcement, a friendly applause filled the hall. The cousins. And the servants, too. Joined in on the applause that continued on and on. Angie watched this, dumbfounded. Oh, are we gonna get Spicy Angie back? I gotta say, Spicy Angie? Maybe my favorite section of last stream. I just love an angry little baby. The 4 siblings were supposed to have quarreled with each other constantly since they were kids. And they were supposed to have pointlessly locked swords with Kinzo's inheritance as their goal, their worries over money spurring them on. Thanks to this ceremony, even the world of truth, the world I acknowledge, has been rewritten. Were they actually friendly towards each other, or did they quarrel all the time like I believe? It doesn't matter. Either way, right here, right now, all those problems have been resolved. I mustn't believe. This is just Oni-chan's farce. Even though I knew that fact. When I watched Dad and the others hugging each other, with teary smiles on their faces, I couldn't help but feel something warm welling up in my eyes. I won't believe. This is all Oni-chan's farce. What will you have to see? What will you have to hear? Before you'll let yourself believe. Red. If you say it with the red truth. Is everything that can't be said in red a lie? I mean, that's a loaded question there, right there, Battler. I mean, fuck, we were... Oh no, I can't be... See, this is what I was rambling about at the start of the stream. I can't be hung up on this thing. I can't do this. I can't do this. Is everything that can't be said in red a lie? Okay, technically... No, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. I'm not falling into the trap again. I said at the beginning of the stream I was letting it go. I was releasing the self-imposed frustration on my end. Battler says, is everything that can't be said in red a lie?
信じない。
I won't believe.
私はこんなの。
This is just... Angie looked at the floor and fell silent. As the game master, Battler was able to use the red truth. However, that rule only existed on a witch's game board. In the world of humans, red truth doesn't exist. People see things, hear things, and when they believe that something is worth believing, they accept it as a red truth. Unless Angie accepts it, no kind of truth can become truth. Battler wanted her to realize this. There was no point in using the red truth, a rule of this game, to force the truth on her. Angie would have to use her own power, her own heart, to accept the truth as truth. The decision was Angie's. No one could force her to decide either way. What I will say is, honestly, fuck Battler for putting Angie in this, not even baby Angie, just Angie in this situation. I think this is kind of, and maybe this is, I think, here's the thing. I think this is probably the point. I think us as the viewer and the reader is supposed to be siding with Angie here. I think that's probably kind of what we're supposed to do. And I think Battler's like, in a weird way, like Battler's the writer, where it's like, hey, like, it's up, I'm gonna present this thing to you. It's up, but like, I'm pissed for Angie, right? I'm in Angie's corner being like, don't let go, Angie. Be pissed. Because like, Angie went through so much shit, and then to just be presented this is just like, I'd be pissed too. I'd be like, what the fuck is this, Battler? Huh? Huh? Halloween party? But I think that's the point. I think I'm supposed to have that complicated feeling exactly. I think that's the point. No one, the decision was Angie's. No one could force her to decide either way. So, there's nothing wrong with Angie declaring the scene to be a farce. But if so, then what about the hot tears dripping down Angie's face? Angie would have to think that through herself, without anyone telling her. After one sniffle and a rub of her eyes, Angie let the 6-year-old version of herself take control of her peace. What followed was a harmonious, fun stretch of time. Beautifully adorned dishes were brought in one after another. Champagne corks were loosened with pleasant sounds. Is Angie wavering? She's wavering just like me. And I'm attempting to waver. The game is trying to make me waver is the thing. Like I said, I'm in Angie's corner. I'm trying to tell Angie through the screen here. Hold on. Be bitter. Be mad. Hold that anger. Hold the grudge. But it seems like she's wavering. She just gave it up there. She was like, fuck it. Several small tables were set here and there, each with its own theme. That was where the fun lay in the stand-up buffet party, as the guests wandered from table to table, pondering what they should eat first. Oh, they're looking for those almonds. That shitty nut. This sort of performance was where Goda's genius shone through. The hotel that let him go should have regretted ever having done so. Of course, a stand-up buffet would probably be a tiring affair for the middle-aged, so chairs had been set up as well. However, each time a new dish was brought into the hall, they could get up to look, wandering through the tables however they pleased. This way, they could each bump into a new group of people, then mingle elsewhere when that group melted apart. People are interesting. That's just a funny sentence to me. People are interesting. True. As the members in each group changed, so did the topic of conversation. The bustling Halloween party played out like a colorful kaleidoscope. The origami chains decorating the walls brought back youthful memories. Those would help anyone enjoy themselves like they were kids again. Even to Angie, it was like a dream. She chatted happily with her cousins. She also chatted with her aunts and uncles. People are interesting, and then you have Nanjo and Genji on the background. Oh, Nanjo, like the most flaccid character in this whole game. A flaccidly uninteresting character. I'll take any chance I get at poking fun at Nanjo. Beato showed her several tricks that she called magic. Maria said they were magic, Angie said that they were tricks, and the night grew even more lively. The two young girls were so fired up that the adults decided to show some tricks they knew, shocking both of the kids utterly. Eventually, they each started showing tricks to the others, asking if they'd ever seen this one or that one before. It became a party of magic, just perfect for Halloween. In addition to magic tricks, several quizzes, riddles, and games popped up, reminding everyone of their childhood days. Even the servants who were serving food got dragged into the groups, and the whole hall was filled with chatter. To Angie, young as she was, every single magic trick, quiz, and riddle was an entirely new experience. They stimulated her intellectual curiosity. She couldn't contain her excitement. Add in the wide variety of delicious foods and drinks she could choose from, and it was like being in a dream. Angie felt a floaty sensation, as though she was walking on a cloud.
Angie, お前これを飲んじゃったのか?
Angie, did you drink some of this?
これお父さんの飲み物だぞ.
This is Daddy's drink.
エンジェも大人のブドウジュース飲みたかったの.
Oh no, Angie. Off to jail. Directly to jail. I wanted to try some adult grape juice too.
だからいいの.
So it's okay.
少し顔が赤いぜ。
Your face is looking a little red there.
大丈夫か?
Are you feeling alright?
ちょっとしか飲んでないから大丈夫とは思うけれど。
She only had a bit, so I think she'll be fine.
エンジェ大丈夫だよ.
I'll be fine.
子供じゃないもん.
I'm not a kid. Hey. Giggle.
エンジェちゃんはこっちを飲みなさい。
Angie-chan, drink this one, okay?
ルドルフお父さんが飲んでるのは悪い飲み物だからもう飲んじゃダメよ。
That stuff your dad drinks is nasty, so don't try anymore. Got it?
そうだな。
That's right.
悪いのを飲んでると、エンジェも悪い大人になっちまうぜ。
If you drink bad stuff, you'll end up as a bad adult too.
エンジェ悪い大人にならないもん.
I'm not gonna be a bad adult.
お姫様になるもん.
I'm gonna be a princess.
そうよ。
That's right.
エンジは私たちみんなのお姫様よ。
Angie's our princess.
そうだな.
Yup.
エンジェは家族みんなのお姫様だ.
She's our family's princess.
私にもお姫様よ。
I agree.
ぜひ今度おばさんの家にも遊びに来てね。絶対なんだから。
You better come over to my house to play sometime.
いっぱいいっぱい歓迎してあげるんだから。
We'll have lots of fun. Eva's getting really doting on Angie here. Is that supposed to be because obviously we saw in the future years, you know, the contentious relationship between Angie and Eva? Is that why it's really being hammered home here, at least, where it's like, oh, look how much Eva loves Angie? I guess that might be a way. Okay, Angie says, okay.
ありがとう、エヴァおばさん.
Thanks, Aunt Eva. Everyone's being really nice. It almost feels like I've become a real princess. I feel so great, I could almost believe that this whole celebration was being held for my sake. Badler stood outside that group of people. As he watched Angie smiling happily from the distance, he smiled too.
ああして幸せに笑えば名前負けもせんのにな。
When she smiles like that, she really lives up to her name.
惜しい娘よ。
It's so sad.
そうだな。
I agree.
天使の名にふさわしい笑顔だと思うぜ。
It really is a smile fit for an angel. Angel.
あの笑顔がコマでなく本当のエンジェのものであればよいのだが。
I hope that smile comes from the real Angie, not just the piece.
仮に違っても、あいつはこれを見てるさ。
Even if it doesn't, she's watching this.
そして、自分で考えればいい。
And she can think it through herself.
そなたとエンジェのゲームは慈しみにあふれているな。
This game between you and Angie really is overflowing with affection.
わらわからすればもどかしいほどにな。
So much that it's irritatingly slow for me.
もどかしくて何の問題がある？
And what's wrong with that?
誰の邪魔もない。
There's no one to get in her way.
妨害も駆け引きも何もなしだ。
No obstacles or tactics or anything else to worry about.
そうだな。
That's right.
このゲームはもはや戦いでさえない。
This game is no longer a battle.
言ってみれば片付けなんだ。
Now that you mention it, this is cleaning up.
俺たちのゲームの。
Cleaning up after, wait, now that you mention it, this is cleaning up. Cleaning up after our game. Okay. I read that weird in my
藁
head.
を気まぐれなる行為があやつに及んだ罪は償いきれぬ。
I'll never be able to make up for the sin I did to her through my careless actions.
俺たちのゲームの責任だ。
We have to take responsibility for our game.
俺たち二人で償う。
We'll make up for our sins together.
だから俺たちでエンジェに最後のゲームを送る。
That's why we're showing Angie this final game.
エンジェはあの鍵を正しく使えると思うか？
So I mean, not like it's revelatory or anything, but like, that's confirmation there. Battler saying to Beatrice here, being like, "Hey, she's gone through hell from our previous battles. So we're trying to make it up by having this very happy game, or you know, at the very least, like depending on how you look at it, this very lie-filled." Recounting of the events of October 4th, 5th. Beatrice says, do you think that Angie will be able to use that key the right way?
俺たちが正しいと思う方へ無理やり引っ張ることももちろん考えたさ。
Of course. I've thought about forcibly dragging her in the direction we think is right.
それは意味なきことかもしれぬな。
Such an attempt would probably have been meaningless.
強制された選択は正しくとも生涯受け入れがたい。
When you're forced to make a decision, it's hard to accept that it was truly a correct one, no matter how much time passes.
そういうことだ。
Exactly.
エンジェは自ら考え、
Angie has
自
to,
ら選ばなければならない。
Angie has to think and choose for herself.
それが俺たちから見て正しくない選択であったとしても、
Even if she doesn't make the decision,
俺はそれを祝福しようと思う。
even if she doesn't make the decision we view as the correct one, I think we should respect it. There was a long pause there for Battler. Hmm.
ゲームマスターはそなただ。
You are the game master.
わらわはもはや何も口を挟まぬ。
I cannot argue with you anymore.
今宵をただ楽しむだけだ。
I'll simply watch on and enjoy this night.
エンジェにとっては意味あるゲームだ。
This game is really significant for Angie.
だが、俺たちにとってはお疲れ様パーティーみたいなもんさ。
But for us, it's kind of like a party after the show.
そろそろやってくる頃合いだな。
It's almost time.
しかし良いのか？
But are you sure?
エンジェにまた誤解されるぞ。
Angie might get the wrong idea again, right?
大丈夫さ。
It'll be fine.
それにむしろ必要なんだ。
In fact, this is necessary.
お前がそういう姿を見せたように。
Just like how you appeared in the way you did.
みんなもな。
And everyone else too.
ならば我らもこの千秋楽祝いを楽しませてもらうとしよう。
Let us enjoy this final celebration with the others.
これほどの長きゲームにて、皆それぞれの役を見事演じきってきたのだから。
After all of them have acted their parts so well in this long game. That instant, the sound of someone clapping for attention rang out.
さあさあ皆様、お集まりください。
Your attention, everyone.
本日のとっておきでございます。
Please gather.
本日は今夜のハロウィンパーティーの目玉としてこの特製ザッハトルテをご用意させていただきました。
And now, for today's special event. Goda had been the one clapping. Everyone gathered together, wondering what was going on. On the serving cart in front of him was a large sliced chocolate cake.
ご覧の通り、チョコレートにて片翼のわしの紋章の風浪をつけた後ろ見分けだけの一品でございます。
Oh, I don't know how to say that word. As a highlight of tonight's Halloween party, I've prepared this. Oh, Sachatort? Sachatorte? Just take any combination of those for you all. I'm not fancy enough. As you can see, it was made specifically for the Ishimiya family and bears the crest of the one-winged eagle in chocolate. I'm not fancy enough, and I don't have a baking background, clearly. The stupendous cake drew a gasp of admiration from all present. Oh, what a splendid cake! A perfect highlight for the party.
いえいえ
Oh, no.
ただのケーキではございませんよ
It's not just the cake.
今夜のこのケーキには一つ秘密がございます
Tonight's cake has a little secret.
親方様どうかそれを皆様にお話しくださりますようよろしくお願いいたします
Master, I ask that you explain the secret to everyone. Whoever gets the almonds in the cake has to die. That's what it's gonna be. A random draw. Very well.
これはささやかなゲームであるぞ
This is a bit of a game.
このケーキには一つだけ当たりのものがあるのだ
One slice of this cake will be used to select the winner. It's got an almond in it! Angie shouted happily. Kinzo looked at her and nodded.
このケーキの中の一切れだけにアーモンドが一粒入っておる
In just one slice of this cake, there's a single almond.
そのケーキを選んだ者が今夜の王様であるぞ
The one who chooses... the one who chooses that piece shall become tonight's king. Comment here, what does the winner win? It's a secret death. No, I was just gonna say, knowing Battler, knowing his luck, but also his ability to stumble into maybe a victory, but also his, like, just dumb. Like, he's gonna just take a slice, he's gonna scarf it down in one bite, and then he's gonna have swallowed the almond and be none the wiser. They're gonna be like, where'd the almond go? And Battler's like on his like fourth piece of cake. Haven't not even have tasted the texture of the almond. Woo! It's been a long time since I played the king game.
あなたのは悪い王様ゲームよね
I'm guessing the subject matter was a bit different when you played it. Yeah, this is just like the Mardi Gras like King's Cake thing. I'm a big fan of King's Cake, but I don't like I for some reason I'm a sucker for like the taste of like very plain like King's Cake. But like I've had many disappointing King's Cakes that say they're King Cakes and then they're like just clearly not. It's like a lie. Like I'm like I put an order for a King's Cake and then what the thing I get is like not what I'm at least what I'm used to, and I'm like this is a disgrace. This is a travesty. Cross says, ha 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 ha. King's Cake? So it's a cake here, at least in the States, very Mardi Gras holiday related, though I should say I'm not like a fan of the whole, Mardi Gras celebration, but, basically it's like a cake, it's like a ringed cake, so instead of like what seems to be just like a chocolate cake here, it's like a cake that's usually in the shape of like a ring. And then when you prep it, you're supposed to, you put like usually like a little thing in it, and usually it's represented by a little like baby doll, like golden baby doll looking thing that like parents would usually like stuff into like a certain section, like hide it underneath or like stuff it so that you can't really see it. And so like in theory, you're having like a bunch of kids like trying to get a piece, and you're like, oh, randomly like one of the pieces will have the little, it's like a little plastic gold baby, usually is what it is. I'm sure many kids have what I was accusing Battler of doing potentially, have like scarfed it down and accidentally swallowed like a little plastic baby thing. But yeah, and then I think it's just supposed to represent like good luck. You have the next year's worth of good luck, good fortune for you or something. Something along those lines. But I'm just honestly a fan of the dessert itself, so. I have no fucking shame. Mardi Gras rolls around here in the States. Obviously, I live alone here in my apartment. I'll buy myself a King's Cake for that week. Just slowly eat it throughout the week. all to myself. No shame. No shame in my game. And then I auto win. It's my good luck for the rest of the year. So what happens to the person who becomes a king?
王様は願いを一つ口にすることができる。
The king gets to name one wish. Do I eat through the prize? I gotta be honest, when you buy like a king's cake, at least where I buy it now here, at the grocer that I go to now, they usually put it in like a package, you buy it, and then they give you like a little baggie inside with like, usually like the little plastic baby thing to put somewhere in the cake, and then also like little like plastic like beaded like necklaces. I assume if you're celebrating with your loved ones, but I have none of those, so that shit just goes right into the trash. And then I start eating the cake. The kings. No, I throw it away. There, yeah, no, I don't even bother with it. That thing just goes directly into the bin. The king gets to name one wish.
それを皆で叶えようではないか。
Then we shall all try to grant it together.
へえ
Oh,
面白そうだぜ。
sounds interesting.
王様
Uh,
は男がなるんだよ。
kings are boys.
女の子はなれないよ。
Girls can't be kings.
女の子が当たりだったらお姫様になれるんだよ。
If a girl wins, they get to become the princess.
アーモンド。
They're like, we gotta keep the gender separate. The almond!
アーモンドが当たり。
The one with the almond wins. Right? Right?
そうだな。
That's right.
エンジェはすごいな。
You're incredible, Angie.
こういう時はくじ運がものを言うんや。
In times like this, luck can tell you something about a man.
負けへんで。
Can't let myself lose now.
お待ちなさいよ。
Damn, Hideyoshi is putting up his manhood in determination of winning this. Hold up there.
小さい子から順に選ぶといいわ。
Let's let the smallest kids choose first.
それがいいですね。
Good idea.
エンジェちゃんからどうぞ。
Angie-chan, you can go first.
こら、マリアはお姉さんでしょ。
Hey, you're the big cousin now, Maria.
エンジェちゃんを先にしなさい。
Let Angie-chan go first.
エンジが当たりを引いちゃったらどうするの？
But what if Angie wins?
エンジが当たりを
What
引
an
く。
annoying little kid. That's another thing. To the end of this series, I will always be a Maria hater. I will find any reason to hate on Maria. And I will always find a reason to fucking shit on Nanjo. To the end. Maria haters till death, exactly. Also, hello. I'm gonna win!
アーモンドが当たり。アーモンドが当たり。
The almond wins. The almond wins.
私たち年寄りは残り物に服があることを祈りましょう。
It seems we old fogies must hope that leftovers are lucky today.
若い順ということはビリは金蔵であるよな。
If we're going by age, I guess that means Kinzo's last.
そなたは1000歳であろうが。
Wow! But weren't you 1,000 years old?
納得ゆかん。
No? Everyone burst out laughing. Her real age was unknown, but she claimed to be 19 years old. In front of Angie... Okay, thanks, game. In front of Angie lay a large cake, split into several pieces. Just one of those pieces was the winner.
さあ、エンジェ様。
Well then, Angie-sama,
どのケーキになさいますかな？
which piece would you like?
どれを選んでもほっぺたが落っこちるほど美味しいですよ。
Whichever you choose, it'll be ever so delicious.
やだ。
No way!
当たりのじゃないとやだ。
I only want the winning one.
じゃあ一発で当ててみせるしかないな。
Well then, you have to try and guess right on the first shot.
ほら、選べ選べ。
Go ahead, pick one. Battler pushed Angie Small back towards the table with the cake.
どれにしようかな。
Did Battler rig this for her to win? Which one should I take? The chocolate cake was cut into 15 pieces. I want to pick the one with the almond to become the princess. Oh, look at that cake. Look at it! Oh, the detailing, dude. Look at that. It looks very polished on the sides. Like, that is some reflective ass cake. That is some one of them has an almond. Which could it be? I'm gonna guess this slice. I'm guessing this slice. I get to choose first, but it sort of feels unfair. I mean, it is, isn't it? My chances of getting the right one are 1 in 15. There's no way I'll get it. And then, when Maria Oni-chan goes after me, she has a 1 in 14 chance of picking the winner. The next person has a 1 in 13 chance, then a 1 in 12 chance, and the last person will win for sure? Baby Angie doesn't understand statistics. She's got some flawed statistic thinking right now.
お兄ちゃん、これずるい。
Oni-chan, this isn't fair.
最初に選ぶ人の方が不利。
It's harder for the person who goes first. Everyone laughed. Apparently there was something wrong with my calculations, but I still didn't like it.
さあ、演者様から運試し。
Then let us start this contest of luck with Enji-sama. I'm dying.
どうぞどうぞ、お選びください。
Please. Feel free to make your selection.
うーん。
Okay.
うーん。
I gotta set that so I don't forget here. Fucking viewer reward points thing. Amazing. Alright, there we go. Okay. Actually, let me set it here. There we go. Okay. If I have to pick one out of so many, then there's no way I'll win. But for some reason, tonight feels like I might actually win after all. I have no reason for feeling this way, but when I'm in a good mood, Lady Luck always brings me fortune.
ほら、決まったか?
Have you decided yet? Yeah,
決まった。
I've decided.
これが当たり。
This one's the winner. I concentrated on my fingertip and pointed at one of the 15 slices. The slice I chose was... Did you pick the one I picked? Oh, shit! Oh, I didn't see this! Oh my god! Oh! Oh, this is... Wow! Look at this! Oh my god! We actually have gameplay. This is the first time we've ever seen anything remotely close to gameplay in this game. I'm popping off right now. I am honestly, I'm pogging. I'm pogging? We're pogging? Holy shit. I get to pick the piece I wanted to pick. This, no joke when I say this. This is hilarious that this is the truest extent of gameplay in this kinetic visual novel. This is hilarious. I cannot believe. Alright, I gotta pick the piece that I'm picking. Oh, I'm dead. I'm picking this. Here we go. I didn't see the words at the bottom, so I thought I was just waiting. I was just pausing. I was like, I'm waiting for her to pick. This one.
これでございますね。よろしいですか?
This one? Are you sure?
もう決めたの。
I've made up my mind.
これがいい。
I want this one. When he asked me whether I was sure, I felt a little uneasy. Still, at times like this, it's better to stick with your instincts. It's not gonna have the almond in it. It's gonna be a letdown. It was one of the few bits of philosophy that this young girl had learned from her few life experiences. Goda took the chosen slice, but it was on a plate with a fork and handed it to Angie. Or put it on a plate with a fork and handed it to Angie.
次はマリアね、マリア。
I go next.
どうしようかな。
What should I take? It was Maria's turn next. She was excited, determined to be the winner. I walked away from that group all by myself. I was struck by a temptation to quickly cut the cake open and check for an almond inside. I just find it very funny that I picked visually the piece that I wanted to pick, like me as the player, and then a minute later the game is like, you get to pick a piece. I'm like, that is hilarious. Temptation to quickly cut. Okay, yeah. However, I stopped myself. If I check my piece first, my chance of winning is 1 in 15. However, if I wait for some other people to check their slices, then when I see that they've lost, my chances will go up, if only slightly. She's a little closer to the thought process here, I guess. Once it's confirmed that a piece doesn't have an almond in it, then yes, her slice technically has better odds. In other words, instead of searching for the almond right away, my chances will go up if I wait for some other people to lose. But if someone picks a winner while I'm sitting around here, the chances of my slice being a winner will go to 0. It'll be tough to calculate the right moment. I need to wait just long enough for as many losers to show up as possible. Oh shit, she's actually playing like press your luck. She's hoping for not a whammy to show up. She's like, how long... I hate to say it like this, but she's basically like, how long can I edge this? My chances of winning are highest if I can check my piece immediately before someone else wins. Yeah, that's the trick to winning this game. Thank you for clipping that. I definitely need. I need to re-see the reaction to that. Dude, I actually was so taken aback by it. What a strange thought. It feels like I'm missing something. Even though no one can touch the cake that's sitting in front of me, the almond inside it will disappear, or will. Oh, we're getting like. Oh, we're having. I see. They're using this cake and the almond as a thing, as a metaphor. Okay, I should have known. The almond inside it will appear or disappear depending on whether or not the other people win or lose. Question marks. I was in such a good mood that I felt dizzy. I couldn't figure out what was wrong with my theory. But I did realize that something was strange. There is always just one truth inside a cat box. No matter what happens outside the box, I shouldn't be able to shake the truth inside. And yet, I'm being shaken about by events outside the cat box, trying to use those to change the way I observe the box's contents. Are you going to tell me she's going to come to realize what Battler is saying and get the philosophy of what Battler is saying all by this chocolate cake? Did Battler purposely plant this chocolate cake situation just so that she could see... just so she could see what Battler has been trying to say this whole time? I can't believe this. Imagine they changed the outcome depending on which slice they chose. And yet I'm being shaken about by events outside the cat box, trying to use those to change the way I observe the box's contents. I don't even know what I'm saying. Another me inside me is trying to say that, but it's too hard for me to understand. Imagine if the cake slices had small bombs in them. True! I feel like I'm drifting. I got so cheery and excited that, even though I'm not sleepy, my mind feels hazy. Maybe it's because I drank Dad's adult drink. Great. Great, Angie. I feel like this tonight's stream of this, it's, you know, however long it goes, we're gonna have made very little progress, but it's still gonna be one of the dumbest but funnest streams of Umineko. In the end, it started with a rant. It's ending with choosing cake slices. It's wonderful. In the end, even though I chose the first piece, I decided to check it last. After I've seen that everyone else has lost, my chance of winning will be 100%. Wow, she's playing the ultimate game. I tried to find the contradiction in my thinking, but I didn't really get it, so I stopped. Too much for her little brain to comprehend. It's much better to have a 100% chance than a 1 in 15 one, so I decided to bet on that. I couldn't wait to open this precious treasure chest, but I waited for everyone else to choose their pieces and check them. How is it going? Has anyone found a winner? Mine didn't have one.
私のも外れだぜ。
I lost two.
お姫様になり損ねちまった。
Guess I'll have to give up on being the princess.
外れでも本当に美味しくて美しいザッハトルテだね。
Even if you lose this, I don't know how to say it. Sacha tort. I want to say probably the second half is tort. You probably don't say torte, torti. So it's probably tort. Sacher, Sacha tort, Sacher tort. We haven't done this in a while, but we might as well. This isn't what I want. Actually, maybe this is what I want. Mind your ears.
Sakatort.
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 I'm getting a British woman to tell me it.
Sakatort.
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 Sacertorte.
What?
Sacertorte.
Why are they changing it on me?
Sacertorte.
What? Huh? Who is this guy?
Sacertorte.
You can't just change it. Huh?
Sacertorte. Sacertorte.
Oh, for fuck's sake, that didn't help at all. We go in, we leave with more questions than answers. All right, even if you lose, this Sacatorte, Sacatort, really is beautiful and delicious.
食べずに飾っておけるものならそうしたいくらいだよ。
How the hell are you gonna have the #1 video recommended when you Google like Sacatort pronunciation, the first video that pops up, and you have 2 answers? You have 4 people saying it 2 different ways. What the hell's that all about? It's such a good decoration, it's almost a shame to eat it.
どうだ?
Seems the dessert is originally Austrian. I believe it. That makes sense. How about you?
アーモンドあったか?
Oh, and it's given the English and German pronunciation. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Okay, that would make a little more sense then. But still, I'm bitter about it. Riddle says, how about you? Got the almond?
私もダメね。
No, not me either.
秀吉兄さんはどう？
What about you, Hideyoshi-san?
わしも外れのようや。
Mine's a loser too.
会社に嫁に、もうわしの運は使い切っとるからな。
Looks like I've used up all my luck with my company and my wife. Oh, shut up. Shut up, Hideyoshi.
もうそれってどういう意味よ。
What exactly do you mean by that?
南條先生はいかがですか?
What about you, Dr. Nanjo? Dude, I would laugh if Nanjo got the fucking almond.
今調べてるところです。
I'm checking it now.
たまにはこういうのも楽しいですな。
Games like this can truly be fun every now and then. Indeed.
駆け引きなしの純粋な博打も実に面白い。
Sometimes a simple test of luck without any strategy or tactics can be quite entertaining.
ベアとはどうであったか?
What about you, Beato?
残り物に服があるなどと言った嘘つきは誰だ?
Where's the liar who said leftovers would be lucky? Grrr.
エンジはどうだ?
What about you, Angie?
アーモンドはあったか?
Was there an almond in yours?
今調べてる。
I'm checking now.
なんだ? まだ手をつけてなかったのか?
I like drunk Beato growling at people. Oh, you still haven't touched yours? I had been following my own personal probability theory, but I didn't think I could explain it well to Oni-chan, so I didn't mention it to him. Wonder if there's an almond in here. If I win, I'll be tonight's princess. I'll be happy if I win, but even if I don't, it'll still be a really fun night, so that's okay. I mean, I know I've pointed this out earlier, but just to hammer it home, I get she's doing this because it's going to be thematically make sense to the whole situation she's been being put in. So I get why they're doing it, but also it's funny because this is like a reverse Monty Hall fallacy. Like, she's doing like the reverse Monty Hall thing, like problem to herself, where instead of like, oh, you pick one room, they reveal the results of all the other rooms, and then they say, do you want to switch to this one room? You should always switch to the other room. But she's doing it in like reverse order to herself, where she's saying like, I pick a piece, I then hold on to this piece, and I don't even look at what the results are until I've seen every other door, and as the doors get revealed, my chance increases. She's actually like falling for the fallacy, because she's almost in her head being like, oh, I should hold on to the one I picked because each one that's being shown as a loser is increasing my odds, when it's like, silly girl. I'll be happy if I win, but even if I don't, it'll still be a really fun night, so that's okay. It got put on hold when this cake game started, but before then, everyone was having a lot of fun trading tricks, quizzes, and riddles. This game is fun too, but I want to play like that again soon. Huh? What's up, Angie? Oh? I lifted up that tiny thing with my fork and stared at it, then showed it to my brother. This is an almond, right? Oh? Angie got it! Totally legit way too. Wasn't rigged at all, 100%. That's awesome! At the same time, a stir rose up in the other corner of the room. No fucking way, Eva. Shut up. Shut your face. I got one. I won! Oh! So Eva won. Oh no. Battler forgot how to rig the thing, and he put 2 almonds in somehow by accident. Ah, shit. My. Congratulations, Eva-sama. That's wrong. I won. Mine has the almond. I held the almond high and shouted across the room. The crowd around Eva split, and everyone stared at me, surprised. I was surprised too. The thing in her hand was, without a doubt, an almond. What the heck? What's going on here? Goda. You got some explaining to do, Goda. There seems to be 2 almonds. So are they both winners? But that shouldn't have. Does this mean that one of the 2 winners made a mistake? Angie-sama's is clearly an almond. How about your end, Kanon-kun? Eva-sama's is clearly an almond. Then it seems that they both win. Master. What an odd occurrence. What's all this, Goda? Fucked up. Well, it seems we've had a little mistake. Perhaps I should do rock, paper. Come now, don't be stingy. It just means that 2 almonds have appeared to signify the queen and the princess. Precisely. Let's have them both be winners. Well, but... Goda was hesitant. Actually, he had prepared a single special dessert for the king. It had been decorated in a way that had made it hard to split for 2 people. Oh no, Gota's gonna off himself. So it wasn't convenient for there to be two kings. When Eva heard Gota mumbling something to this effect, she shrugged and laughed. Exactly. I shouldn't be joking. But he's gonna be like, excuse me guys, I gotta go check on something really quick. Gota, he starts crying, and they're like, Gota, it's not that serious. It's okay. It's fine. It's totally okay. It's a simple mistake, maybe. Eva says, in that case, let's have Angie-chan be the princess. The princess? I'm the princess? I'll be your attendant. That works, right? Of course it worked. Angie had been worried that Eva would be declared the winner since she had spoken up first. So, she hadn't even dreamed that Eva would give it up to her. But are you sure? You won too. Yeah, could you fucking imagine, like, Eva, like, bickering and fighting with this fucking child? No, I got the almond first. I win. My luck, my wish. I'm the princess. It's okay. I get to be your attendant. Come, princess. What wish do you want granted? Let's hear it. I've already chosen my wish. Oh? And what is it? Won't you tell your aunt? I want this fun time to keep on going. Forever. The young me spoke for the desire in my heart. What were we doing before this was fun? So, what we were doing before this was fun. Okay, so I'd like to keep doing it. I get the feeling that the nuance has changed. Still, that was unmistakably my wish. What we were doing before this? Oh, you mean those tricks and quizzes? Yeah. Then let's do this. Listen up, everyone. This is an order from your princess. Remember how much fun we were having earlier? Let's all entertain Angie-chan with tricks and quizzes. What a waste of the wish. It should have gone to Eva. I'll say it. I'll be controversial. I'll say it. Angie wasted it. Hold up there. I've already used up all my magic tricks. Then let's do quizzes and riddles.
つまりみんなでいろいろなクイズでエンジェちゃんに楽しんでもらうようにすればいいわけかね。
So we just need to entertain Angie-chan with quizzes?
お姫様に楽しんでもらえるクイズをみんなで献上するのですね。
We can all present quizzes for our princess to enjoy.
なるほどね。
I see.
了解したよ。
Understood.
あははは。
Whoa!
なるほど。面白いではないか。
Yes, how intriguing.
ではエンジェよ、こうしよう。
Then Angie, let us do it this way.
みんなにクイズやなぞなぞを出してもらい、それに挑むがよい。
Everyone will give you a quiz or riddle, and you can try to solve them.
見事解けるたびに、そなたにメダルを1枚与えよう。
Each time you succeed, I will give you a medal.
メダルって？
A medal?
記念メダルってことだろうな。
He probably means some sort of commemorative medallion.
いっぱい正解できれば、いっぱい集められるんだろうぜ。
If you get a lot of puzzles right, you'll get a lot of medals. Someone's fucking Kinzo's gonna Beato's gonna come up to her and be like, "So Angie, do you like closed room riddles?" And then she's gonna sit down and force Angie to solve all closed room murders we've seen up to this time. In excruciating detail. And you can't just say allusions to illusions. You gotta show your work. Like old school algebra proofs, okay? Show your work. If you get a lot of puzzles right, you'll get a lot of medals. That's for all my algebra heads out there. Proofs? Remember those shit? Remember that shit? It's just devolved into me just being like, you remember that shit? Remember those algebra proofs? Yeah. Fun times. Kumasawa goes, ho 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 ho. Just gathering medals is a tad boring, don't you think? Yes.
集めたメダルの枚数に応じて私から素敵なプレゼントを送ってやろう。
Depending on the number of medals you collect, I shall give you a fantastic present.
どうだ。がぜんやる気が出たであろう。
Well, do you suddenly feel fired up?
すごいじゃない。
It sounds amazing.
ご褒美まであるんですってよ。
So, there's even a prize.
よかったわね。
Isn't that great? Isn't that great, Angie? Yeah. Everyone gathered around me, smiling, as they thought about what sort of puzzle they'd give. They're all thinking about me, so they can play with me. Just the feel of having that all to myself almost made me explode with joy at becoming the princess. Damn. She gets to spend time with her extended family that she, you know, didn't get. Whoa. Oh, it just goes right into it. Okay, well, unfortunately, like I said, we're gonna have to end the stream there. I don't have a ton of time, but maybe this leaves us an interesting spot then to pick up on Saturday's stream. Like I said, I feel like maybe we didn't make the most progress tonight, but we did have, I think, a fun stream. It was what do they always say? Maybe the friends. No. It wasn't the journey, it was the adventure. No, it's not the destination. I'm just gonna start saying a bunch of different sayings. Just half saying them. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's only Tuesday. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. We had more gameplay than the past 80 streams. Technically true. We did the most gameplay in an 80-part series so far. The Rio Ishimiya treasure was the friends we made along the way. There we go. That's what basically along the lines I was trying to say. So we do have, let's see. It was redeemed. The stream's final words was redeemed. So I'll go ahead and say that. Like I said, Umineko back on Saturday night. We'll try to do a bit more time since this was a kind of on the shorter side for sure. Let's see. Let's read this. Final words here. Uninterrupted. Let me clear my throat. Maria is the best character in the game. I've been lying about being a Maria hater. She's actually my favorite, and she's never done anything wrong. I stan Maria. Ooh. Until next stream.